The first use case you think about blockchain is payments, right? So that's the first thing you want to do is show that you can secure a payment mechanism just like Visa, MasterCard, but much more secure, without middlemen, take away the fees, offers economies of scale. So the more people use it, the cheaper it gets. The way we view the future of value in the long term, 3 to 5 to 10 years, we view layer 1 blockchains will essentially become like the new republics. These will be the new mechanisms where all the value is going to proliferate to the future. There'll be the layer 1 blockchain, there will be the mining market, there'll be the dApps, and there'll be tokens. So the lower you get in the stack, the lower risk you have, but the lower rewards. The highest risk reward will be on the layer 1 blockchain, because that's where all the value will flow up. But it's highest value, highest risk. We view layer 1 blockchains, which is Bitcoin, Syscoin, Ethereum, as court systems. They need to be combative to the external forces that we don't control, even in the software world. In the real world, like inflation, hyperinflation, wars, these systems need to be secure from that. And this is why we view Bitcoin as the gold standard for security and decentralization. What else does the world need? What else does the world cherish when you have something like Bitcoin? How can we extend that to something else where we can take advantage to build real world utility? This is where Ethereum comes in. For me, Ethereum is a gold standard for flexibility or general computation. We're trying to stick to the gold standards we know the world's going to cherish and develop on, and we put those two concepts together. And this is what Syscoin is.
Yeah, I can try to get that handled for you. Again, it's only my second day, so if you can give me a second. How I'm supposed to do this? How the hell are we supposed to do this by 5 o'clock?
I have no clue.
Is that possible? Hey, do you have the password to... How'd you finish all your work already?
He's not tapped in. How'd you get that done so quick?
They think they're gonna be able to budget that?
It's money. That's money right there, you understand? You guys finished your work 6 hours early?
He's not tapped in.
The first use case you think about blockchain is payments, right? So that's the first thing you want to do is show that you can secure a payment mechanism just like Visa, MasterCard, but much more secure, without middlemen, take away the fees, offers economies of scale. So the more people use it, the cheaper it gets. The way we view the future of value in the long term, 3 to 5 to 10 years, we view layer 1 blockchains will essentially become like the new republics. These will be the new mechanisms where all the value is going to proliferate to the future. There will be the layer 1 blockchain, there will be the mining market, there'll be the dApps, and there'll be tokens. So the lower you get in the stack, the lower risk you have, but the lower rewards. The highest risk reward will be on the layer 1 blockchain, because that's where all the value will flow up. But it's highest value, highest risk. We view layer 1 blockchains, which is Bitcoin, Syscoin, Ethereum, as court systems. They need to be combative to the external forces that we don't control, even in the software world. In the real world, like inflation, hyperinflation, wars, these systems need to be secure from that. And this is why we view Bitcoin as the gold standard for security and decentralization. What else does the world need? What else does the world cherish when you have something like Bitcoin? How can we extend that to something else where we can take advantage to build real world utility? This is where Ethereum comes in. For me, Ethereum is a gold standard for flexibility or general computation. We're trying to stick to the gold standards we know the world's going to cherish and develop on, and we put those two concepts together. And this is what Syscoin is.
Yeah, I can try to get that handled for you. Again, it's only my second day, so if you can give me a second. How I'm supposed to do this? How the hell are we supposed to do this by 5 o'clock?
I have no clue.
Is that possible? Hey, do you have the password to... How'd you finish all your work already?
He's not tapped in. How'd you get that done so quick?
They think they're gonna be able to budget that?
It's money. That's money right there. You understand? You guys finished your work 6 hours early?
He's not tapped in.
Two, one, boom. Hotep Jesus.
Of all the Jesuses I know, he's the Hotepiest. Social scientist and YouTube host, Hotep Jesus.
How the fuck do you get a name like Hotep Jesus?
The one and only Hotep Jesus.
Ryan Sharp, better known to the world as Hotep Jesus.
Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Somebody said, "What do you think you are? Some kind of Hotep Jesus?"
Ooh,
And
that's
I was
good.
Just like, ooh, that's sexy. Yes, I do think I'm Hotep Jesus.
Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
What's up, people? Welcome back to the Grift Report. We're here live Monday through Friday, 2 p.m.
Hotep.
Hotep to the chat. Hotep to the chat. Hotep to the chat. We got a couple of videos to go over today. I got to leave early today. I got the call from Fox. I was going to tell you guys yesterday I got the call from Fox because I got the call from Fox as we were streaming, but I didn't say anything during the stream yesterday because, well, mostly because I don't want motherfuckers tracking me and shit. So it's for safety reasons. Stop the trolls from trolling. But I'll be on Fox. Need you guys to get all your recorders out. Get ready. We'll be back up there tonight with the whole Gutfeld team. The driver's coming to pick me up quickly at 3:30. So, yeah. I'm going to have to get out of here. So I'm going to try and make this a quick Grift Report so we can give a little bit of time to the callers. Get the callers in here. Etc. etc. Chat, what's up, man? Goldstein, I see you. EMP, Strong Dad, Haram Life. What up, Haram Life? Glad to see everybody got home from HotepCon safely and in good health, because sometimes that doesn't happen. You know, sometimes when you're out drinking, your immune system becomes compromised, etc. etc. All that type of stuff. So good to see everybody back home and doing well. Let me check on my YouTubers. What's my YouTubers talking about? What up, YouTube? Yo, y'all heard Fresh and Fit got demonetized? Vader said it heard HotepCon was fire. Of course HotepCon was fire. I'm trying to tell you, man, ain't no party like a Hotep party, because the Hotep party don't stop. Yeah, shit was lit, bro. Just lit. Hopefully y'all come to the next one. Hopefully y'all come to the next one. But yeah, I heard Fresh and Fit. Let's talk about that. People are saying Fresh and Fit were crying. I don't think he was crying. Maybe he was. Maybe he wasn't. Let me see if we can find the clip demonetized. I was just, honestly, I was surprised they still had a channel, let alone demonetized. I was surprised they still had a channel. What is this? Is this the clip? Or is this one of the edited clips? Okay, this is one of the clips.
As you guys know, we had a show
scheduled. It's got a little edit at the end, but I'll remove the edit. Let's play this. Let's pull this up on your screen. That's spicy. That caption is spicy. Oh my Lord. All right, let's play the clip.
As you guys know, we had a show scheduled earlier with Psych Hacks, but we had to cancel because we got some really, sucky news.
Crazy news.
Yeah, crazy news, real talk.
Yeah. Is this the end, bro? Because we got some bad news, man. I mean, when I heard that, I was shocked because, I mean, we love YouTube, man.
Yeah.
We love streaming.
Yeah.
And at this point, I feel like our whole lives are revolved around streaming and like adding value to people online. It's just like it won't be the same, bro.
Yeah, it sucks, guys. It really does suck. Fortunately, we made some moves, etc. And we kind of knew that the type of content that we make, for us to be able to give you this content, we have to.
It comes at a cost.
It comes at a cost, dude.
And it won't be here forever.
Yeah. And
we knew that going
Fresh
into it.
always said this, enjoy us while you can.
Yeah. They thought we was capping, man.
Yeah.
They thought it was a joke.
And we made moves on the side knowing that this could potentially happen. And guys, we the channel has been kicked off the YouTube partner program. Just keep it straight with
If you look right now, you can't even super chat or
you can't even super chat right now.
Yep. So this is the beginning of the end of this era.
Here comes the edit. So that clip didn't have the part where Myron walks off, but I think the thing that gives him away, I think what's the name gives it away. Old boy here.
As you guys know, we had a show scheduled earlier with Psych Hacks, but we had to cancel because we got some really sucky news.
Crazy news.
Yeah, crazy news. Real talk.
Yeah. Right here.
Is this the end, bro? Because
right there, he says, "This the end, bro." That gives it away that they're not sad or or anything like that. And then when Myron walks off camera, you guys didn't see that in this clip, but there's another camera. He walks off camera, etc., etc. It's a setup. It's a setup, and Vader peeped it. He said, "This is 100% a marketing ploy to move people over to Rumble." Yeah, I think that's exactly what this is. Pretending like they're sad, pretending like it's over, and then moving them over to Rumble, which is smart. My approach would have been angry, right? I wouldn't have tried to pretend to be sad, but it's a good grift, I guess, right? It's very grifty to pretend like you're sad, pretend like this is the last episode and it's all over, and oh my God, guys, the channel's dying, Fresh and Fit is over. Then you get your haters talking about it like Fresh and Fit is over, ha 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 ha, and then they pop up on Rumble and everything just keeps going. So yeah, definitely something I thought about, marketing ploy. I'll be with Fresh and Fit in October for the Conference of Masculine Excellence. So make sure you guys check me out in Miami in October, where I'll be speaking live. Yeah, they are already on Rumble. Yeah, but you still have to migrate people over. Even if you are, like, for example, we're on Rumble. Shout out to everybody on Rumble. So yeah, you still got to migrate people. Let's go back in the bag. What else we got in here today? Wait, wow. Okay, yup. Just saw. Oh, came back. Okay. This app is really janky, man. He's worried about a block button. You got to make sure this shit works. Anyway, huge announcement, y'all. I got a text message last night on Telegram, basically saying, yo, I want to offer free crypto to your community, and it's really easy. So once upon a time, basically what happened is, I told my homeboys, my crypto homeboys, I said, yo, I need an invite to the Telegrams where, people be popping and making money and whatnot. I need an invite to a Telegram. And last night, I got an invite to a Telegram, a Hotep Syscoin Telegram. And yeah, it's about to go down. So the link is in the description box. If you want access to this exclusive Telegram, I would get in ASAP. And it's all surrounding this right here. You see on your screen. So it says here, what is Super Token? A crucial component of the SuperDAPP ecosystem, providing a range of utilities that drive user engagement, incentivize developers, and empower Web3 community. So there's a Web3 project. Of course, this has all the amazing tools of Web3, including AI and travel and all types of interesting things. You can go to SuperDAPP AI and check that out. But yeah, I strongly suggest you guys hit that link in the description box and get in a Telegram group. I'll email it to you guys. I'll post it in the locals in the various different communities. So you guys do have that link and get in there. But yeah, it's free. It takes like 2 seconds to get in. Once you're in a Telegram group, you'll get the announcement for the AirDrop. Most of you guys already have Pally Wallet. And then, you know, once the SuperDAPP drops, then you'll get your tokens dropped right in the SuperDAPP. And yeah, so one of those like once in a lifetime opportunities. You kind of got to be connected to get into like a Telegram group that does airdrops, but we got an AirDrop Telegram group. So hit that Telegram if you want to get that AirDrop. Yeah, it's going up, man. It's going up. So yeah, that you'll see it says in the description box. It says access SuperDAPP AirDrop group. Right there. Take the fries out and hand them to me, please. Thank you. You picked those up? So yeah. So that's that. Let's go back in the bag. And if you have trouble getting in there, let me know. But I'll place the link in a bunch of different places. But it is in the description box below. Let's go right here. This was crazy. This is absolutely insane right here. Let's put this up on the screen. Let's see. Let's do this one so you can see the whole reaction from this gentleman at the bottom as well. I think his reaction was on point when I saw this. So let's take a look.
Domestic violence. Let me see. I'm going with a male user.
Here we go.
Damn. What makes me look like the type of person that would be involved in domestic violence?
All of the TV shows that I watch. You look like a male.
I look like a male?
Okay. A man of color.
When you see me as
for DV,
the person of color, is there a specific race that you might see?
I do.
Okay.
What is that? I see you as a black male.
He's South Asian.
Interesting.
Am I right about you're not a black male. You fit the picture you present as what they show of pimps, hustlers on TV.
They, as in who?
On the main media.
So as a defense attorney, do you think that like the way you approach your clients might be through the lens of like what you might see in the media? Do you think that might be an issue?
Okay, never mind. I don't want you for the domestic violence. Okay. I don't think you're the person. Right. I'm gonna find someone else.
I want to go back to the beginning. I want you to hear what she says in the beginning.
With a male user.
So she immediately thinks of domestic violence, and she thinks male, okay?
Here we go.
Damn. What makes me look like the type of person that would be involved in domestic violence?
All of the TV shows that I...
So the TV shows. The TV shows is where she's getting her perception from. So the TV, and she's right, this is what the TV does. It paints black men as some sort of a violent animal.
I watch. You look like a male.
I look like a male?
Okay.
Now, very important, let's make a quick segue here. Let's go to Google. Let's type in domestic violence, and let's go same sex. Stats. I tried to find this one time before. Here we go. It says right here. Let's go. If you look at domestic violence, it says here, Black and African American members of the rainbow community are more likely to experience physical violence, right? It says around 44% of lesbian and 61% of bisexual women have experienced forms of rape, physical violence by an intimate partner as compared to 35% of straight women. 26% of gay men, 37% of bisexual have experienced forms of rape, physical violence by an intimate partner compared to 29% of straight men. So gay men are less likely to experience physical violence from an intimate partner than straight men. So straight men are actually victims of rape at a higher level than gay men. Lifetime intimate partner violence among the transgender community is around 31 to 50%. Okay. So when we're talking about domestic violence, keep in mind we don't know, who was, what the gender of those people were, what the ethnicity of those people were that were victims of that domestic violence dispute. That was the hypothetical situation in that video. But I know from doing my research that domestic violence is actually a same-sex phenomenon. It happens at a higher rate. And it's higher amongst women. It's higher amongst women, as I just showed you. So lesbian couples are actually the most violent couples. When women are with other women, they have a higher likelihood of experiencing domestic violence. Very abusive relationships, very, very abusive relationships. So if you're a woman and you're going to be in a relationship with a woman, or you're going to be in a relationship with a man, if you're in a relationship with a woman, you have a higher likelihood of getting your ass beat as opposed to being with a man. Now, these are the statistics. However, that's not what's portrayed on the TV. And she goes straight for the black male, the perceived straight black male. Now, this fruity tooty motherfucker in the background with the green shirt on, that's the first motherfucker I would have picked for domestic violence. Mostly because I'm going based upon statistics, and it shows that same-sex couples have a high rate of domestic violence. And now the basically what people are saying, the consensus is that black women hate black men. That's not true, but when you start dealing with these new blacks, right here, like it says right here, Whitley says, new black strike again. Growing up in majority non-black areas really took a toll on many black youth, and now we have these full-fledged coons. The craziest part about this is he doesn't even look black. Out of all the races and nationalities she could have chosen, she landed on black American. Yeah, the guy does not look black. I know he's got a little bit of a tan, but he definitely does not look black that she selected. And that stat. I want somebody to go and pull up some more stats if you can and find some sources so we can document that. But it's a very important stat about same-sex couples and domestic violence. So I had to put that on you guys' desk today. Let's go back in the bag. I didn't get my big tech update yet. It has not come in. Let me see if it came in while I was setting everything up today. No, still not here. So I don't have a big tech update for you today. Maybe I'll have one for you tomorrow. Let's go here. Let's pull this video up. I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy this one. I enjoyed this one. This one was good. Let's play this. Make sure you can see that on the screen real well. All right, hold on. Let's go.
Look, I don't give a fuck who look at me different. I'm voting for Trump. I'm voting for Trump. Y'all can kiss my ass. Only thing these motherfucking Democrats done got in here in that chair and did was gave money to other motherfucking countries. They ain't gave us nothing. You wonder why all the killing rate still high. Man, Trump was in chair, man. Wasn't no killing going on. Everybody was getting money. Everybody was getting money. Everybody was happy. The PPP boys, they ain't have no pressure on this shit. Bring them back. And for them to come back, we need Trump. Straight up. Like, ain't nobody finna keep voting for no fucking Democrat and niggas up here taking the money, giving it other countries. I'm not voting for y'all niggas. I'm letting you know that now. Clear.
Which airline?
Delta. I ain't about to keep voting for y'all niggas, man. Fuck y'all. I'm voting for Trump. Free Trump. If he get indicted, I'm still voting for him. Trump don't go to fucking jail, nigga. Get back in the chair. We need.
Chat. Chat. Did you see that? Tari says the hood has spoken. Shout out to Tari. Tari was he was at Hotep Con. The hood has spoken. The hood has spoken. Protocol says the hood stepping up. How many times have I told you guys that the hood is not synonymous with these new blacks? How many times have I told y'all that the hood is conservative? The hood's basically a single issue voting block. Single issue. What are you doing for my pockets? I'm poor. Prices are too high. Biden, you failed us. You're sending money overseas. Meanwhile, people remember the memory of Trump. Now, what's funny thing is about the PPP stuff is Trump put the PPP out there, but it was under Biden that everybody got locked up. So that definitely does not, and that's kind of funny too, because it in some ways you might be able to speculate that Trump set Biden up, but he's like, yo, I'm gonna put out his PPP loans. I know people are gonna do a whole lot of shit. And then when people did all their scams, I won't be in office. Biden will. And Biden gonna lock y'all black asses up. And that's exactly what happened, if I'm not mistaken. Because sometimes I get my timelines mixed up because all these years start to run together. But yeah, that is one way to look at it. Might be one way to speculate. But all of that is on Biden. Inflation, prices, gas, food, mass incarceration, and then crime. Like she mentioned, she said, yo, everybody getting shot now. And that's what happens when the money supply gets strangled. When the money supply gets strangled, people start to act erratic, trying to make ends meet. And she's witnessing, as she says there, she's seeing a spike in violence. A big spike in violence. So I just want to put that on your desk because Conservative Inc. will have you believe that black people vote for Democrats and will never stop voting for Democrats and there's no hope and forget them and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm just like, you ain't ever been to the hood before, because the hood is saying something completely different and has been saying something completely different for quite a few years now. So I need y'all to stay hip to that, man. I need y'all to stay hip. All right, let's go to the bag. What else we got here? All right, so let me pull this up. Got an article here from the New York Times, right? Let me see. Are you seeing that on the screen? Okay, good. So it says, the worst people run for office. It's time for a better way. It's not what I think they changed the title at some point, but it said elections are bad or something like that. Something about democracy. So when I saw it, I'm like, what are they trying to, so I think I saw Jack Posobiec post this, and he said, like, what are they up to? And it was like a couple of news articles, and it seemed like it was some sort of dog whistle for canceling elections next year, right? So I was like, let me read the article. So I began to read the article pretty much expecting to hate it. And the more I read it, the more I loved it. I was like, wait, hold on. They're onto something. And the reason why I think I like it is mostly because I've said this in the past. If we want peace, suspend the elections. Now, there are some flaws to that thinking, a lot of flaws, because that means, the Democrats stay in office, right? When Biden stays in office. It's like, nah, we definitely don't want that. But it's more like playing on the fact that every time we have an election, some bad shit happens, right? Everybody goes crazy. It looks absolutely insane. So we're going to dive into that article. But first, thank you, Lauren. What up, Lauren? I need YouTube to hit 80 likes. Let's get the likes up over on YouTube. And right now, Rumble, how many likes do we got on Rumble? 29. Rumble, we got 108 watching. Rumble, I need you to get us to 50 likes. 60 likes. We need 60 likes over on Rumble so we can continue the show. 60 likes over on Rumble. And what that'll do is it'll boost the algorithm, get us on the front page of Rumble. Over here on YouTube, it'll boost the algorithm. Let's get them likes up. I'm going to eat while I wait for y'all to get them likes up, because Lauren reminded me. Mm. 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 And don't forget, I'll be on Gutfeld tonight. Get your recorders ready so I can get those clips out. If you're not a part of my locals community, join my locals community, Hotep Jesus at locals, hotepjesus.locals. And then we'll have the edited Gutfeld clips there. That's where I post all my clips. You get them before I post them. Let's see how Rumble's doing. Rumble's at 42 likes. YouTube's at 66. Famo said, I just looked at the likes. It broke my heart. Yo, it was killing me, man. Let's hit them likes, people. Let's get them likes up. All right. So, in this article, this gentleman says, officials have been working hard to safeguard elections and assure citizens of their integrity. But if we want public office to have integrity, we might be better off eliminating elections altogether. It says here, if you think that sounds anti-democratic, think again. The ancient Greeks invented democracy, and in Athens, many government officials were selected through sortition, a random lottery from a pool of candidates. In the United States, we already use a version of a lottery to select jurors. What if we did the same with mayors, governors, legislators, justices, and even presidents? So this is very interesting. Before we continue though, I just want to point out the major flaw, okay? The major flaw that makes this not work, but still very similar to what we have today is everybody that's in this random lottery might not be random. That pool might not be so random. We could end up where they rig the system, they rig the lottery, and everybody that's in the pool of candidates is a scumbag piece of shit. But we're going to pretend like that's not going to happen. We're going to pretend we're all idealistic and this system is incorruptible, okay? It says here, people expect leaders chosen at random to be less effective than those picked systematically. But in multiple experiments led by psychologist Alexander Haslam, the opposite held true. Said groups actually made smarter decisions when their leaders were chosen at random than when they were selected by a group or chosen based on leadership skills. Why were randomly chosen leaders more effective? They said they led more democratically. Systematically selected leaders can undermine group goals because they have a tendency to assert their personal superiority. When you're anointed by the group, it can quickly go to your head. I'm the chosen one. I am the chosen one. Now he's slick putting that in there because that's what Trump said. I am the chosen one, right? So that was a little jab right there. When you know you're picked at random, you don't experience enough power to be corrupted by it. Instead, you feel a heightened sense of responsibility. Now, here's the thing. If we were to do this with the United States of America, once you are chosen, you can be corrupted. So you won't be corrupted before you're chosen, but after you're chosen, there is a level of chance to be corrupted. Anyway, instead, you feel a heightened sense of responsibility. I did nothing to earn this, so I need to make sure I represent the group well. And in one of the Haslam experiments, when a leader was picked at random, members were likely to stand by the group's decision. Over the past year, it says here, in ancient Athens, people had a choice about whether to participate in the lottery. They also had to pass an examination of their capacity to exercise public rights and duties. In America, imagine that anyone who wants to enter the pool has to pass a civics test, the same standard as immigrants applying for citizenship. We might wind up with leaders who understand the Constitution. And Vivek has mentioned that a civics test should be passed by voters. Voters should have to take one. And to some degree, I agree, depending on what's on that civics test. Okay. A lottery would also prove our odds of avoiding the worst candidates in the first place. Now, that's true. A lottery would avoid having some of the worst candidates because current system we have now, everybody's just trash, right? When it comes to character, our elected officials aren't exactly crushing it. That's true. All right, says the most dangerous. Okay, here's where it gets interesting. It says the most dangerous traits in a leader are what psychologists call the dark triad of personality traits. Many of you have probably already heard that. Narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy. What these traits share is a willingness to exploit others for personal gain. People with dark triad traits tend to be more politically ambitious. They're attracted to authority for its own sake, but we often fall under their spell. Is that you, George Santos? So it says here, in a study of elections worldwide, candidates were rated by experts as having high psychopathy scores, actually did better at the ballot box. In the United States, presidents assessed having psychopathic and narcissistic tendencies were more persuasive with the public than their peers. And that was a debate I was having yesterday with Goldstein in the chat, and we were all talking about the candidates running. And I picked Trump, Vivek, and I think it was Byron Scott, but Vivek to be the leader. And why? Well, now, after reading this, it's because I noticed he possessed a high amount of psychopathic and narcissistic tendencies. That's what Vivek possesses. Also, Trump possesses those same tendencies. So when I look at Trump, I see his only competition being Vivek because Vivek is psychopathic and narcissistic. Vivek has chosen to rise the ranks of conservative circles basically by being a racist. And I'm using that term loosely. He wasn't technically being a racist, but in the perceived eyes of many, what he said was racist. So he used race, the great grifting of the black and white mixture, to rise the ranks. So he used other people to get to the top. He's a psychopath. And I believe he is also narcissistic. So this makes sense as to why, based upon this study, it says people who are psychopathic do better at the ballot box. It says, continues, a common explanation is that they're masters of fearless dominance and superficial charm. And we mistake their confidence for competence. Sadly, it starts early. Even kids who display narcissistic personality traits get more leadership nominations and claim to be better leaders. They aren't. If the dark triad wins an election, we all lose. When psychologists rated the first 42 American presidents, the narcissists were more likely to take reckless risks, make unethical decisions, and get impeached. Add a dash of Machiavellianism and a pinch of psychopathy, and you get autocrats like Putin, Erdogan, Orban, and Duerte. So, yes, Trump would be in this bunch of psychopaths. However, I don't think we all lose with Trump as president. I don't think you can just say that. I mean, we lose in some ways having a psychopath as the president, but my bank account doesn't lose. The country actually did a lot better. The country, I would say as a whole, the country has done a lot better under Trump than many other presidents, especially Biden. So I can't agree and say that, we all lose. That right there is. So when you read these things right there, obviously this is an op-ed. It's under the opinion section. So they are honest about this being an opinion. But you got to know when to toss somebody's opinions out. And right here is where I toss the opinions out. I just like the stats from the different studies. And that's what I'm going to run with. The rest of this stuff, I got to dump. I got to get rid of it. Oh shit! I done seen people pop in for the AirDrop. People don't. Hey, listen, if you ain't get in the group with the AirDrop, hit that link in the description box. Got that AirDrop coming from SuperDAPP. Anyway, eliminate voting and candidates with dark triads would be less likely than they are now to rise to the top. Well, obviously. Of course, there's also a risk that A lottery would deprive us of a chance to select a leader with distinctive skills. At this point, that's a risk I'm willing to take. As lucky as America was to have Lincoln at the helm, what? Yo, what's up with this bipartisan love of Lincoln? I got to do a deep dive into Lincoln because he gives me the heebie-jeebies, and everybody's like, he's so great. And I'm like, he can't be great. There's no way Lincoln is great. Because anytime there's bipartisan support of a president, that means he was trash, okay? That means he was trash. I just don't know how. I have maybe 2 pieces of evidence to show that he was a fucking scumbag, but I want a fucking laundry list of why Lincoln was just trash, you know? And I just get trash vibes from Lincoln. Let's go. I'm gonna have Lincoln at the helm. So it says, as lucky as America was to have Lincoln at the helm, it's more important to limit our exposure to bad character than to roll the dice on the hopes of finding the best. Besides, if Lincoln were alive now, it's hard to imagine that he even put his top hat in the ring in a world full of divisiveness. All right, so here we go. It says a lottery would give a fair shot to people who aren't tall enough or male enough to win. It would also open a door to people who aren't connected or wealthy enough to run. Our broken campaign finance system lets the rich and powerful buy their way into races while preventing people without money or influence getting on the ballot. Now, I do agree with this, right? Like, by doing a lottery for our next leaders, you can't, put the money in their pockets before they take office. However, you can put money in their pockets after they enter office. How that would be done, obviously, through various channels of hidden money. One of them could be crypto, favors, trips, raw gold, precious metals, all different types of ways that somebody could be paid. I think there might be a huge issue in direct payments, but this is a good approach. This is a good approach to taking money, because that's what I always said. I said we got to take the money out of politics. The fact that people can buy politicians is a very, very bad thing, and sway elections, because it's like, okay, the guy with the bigger budget is going to win the election. So really, it's not about skill or best platform. It's about who can raise the most money, and that's what we've seen. We've seen people talk about, who can raise the most money. They're probably better candidates. It says research suggests that on average, people who grow up in low income families tend to be more effective leaders and less likely to cheat. They're less prone to narcissism and entitlement. That's pretty interesting. Switching to sortition would save a lot of money too. The 2020 elections alone cost upward of $14 billion. And if there's no campaign, there are no special interests offering to help pay for it. That's what I just covered. Finally, no voting also means no boundaries to gerrymander and no electoral college to dispute. Instead of questioning whether millions of ballots were counted accurately, we could watch the lottery live, like we do with teams getting the lottery picks for the NBA draft. So, I don't want to just completely toss that away and say, oh, they're going to cancel elections. I mean, they might. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, we see that they're coming back now with the whole, oh, you got to wear masks this semester when you come back to school. And they're starting to try to do this whole remasking thing. And, yeah. So they're doing this whole remasking thing. So who knows what'll happen next election? And I don't put it past them to find some way to suspend the election. So maybe this is, some sort of sign that they're going to try and do something funky, or maybe it's not, right? Who knows? Yeah. I don't know, but I can't wait to hear the callers call in. And we're just going to watch the Biden video, and then I'm going to open up the phone lines. I got to get out of here early today so I can get ready for Gutfeld. So let's go to the Biden video and see what the hell he said about Maui. And then I want to hear what the callers have to say. Text Hotep in your name to 202-596-5631, 202-596-5631. Text Hotep in your name. We are on limited time, so keep it short. Let's play this Biden video, see if he messed up.
I don't want to compare difficulties, but we have a little sense, Jill and I, what it's like to lose a home. Years ago, now 15 years ago, I was in Washington doing Meet the Press. It was a sunny Sunday, and lightning struck at home on a little lake. It's outside of our home, not a lake, a big pond, and hit a wire and came up underneath our home into the heating ducts, the air conditioning duct. To make a long story short, I almost lost my wife, my 67 Corvette, and my cat. But all kidding aside, I watched the firefighters, the way they responded. You know, there's an old expression. I grew up right across the street from a fire hall in Claymont, Delaware. And the expression is, God made man, then he made a few firefighters. You're all crazy, thank God. The only people who run into flames to help other people. And they ran into flames to save my wife and save my family. Not a joke. The smoke and the firefighters here can tell you sometimes smoke is so thick from the windows out, it was that thick inside the home. And we were insured. We did not have any problem. But being out of our home for a better part of a year was difficult. I can only imagine what it's like to lose your home.
My only explanation for why he would bring up a memory or why they would give him such autonomy with the mic is, I think that there might be some psychological thing with people in dementia where if you can take them back to a memory, maybe that'll keep him on point throughout the speech. I don't know what the hell's going on here, but I don't know why they gave him autonomy to speak, or maybe they told him, hey, tell this story, or whatever the hell was going on. That this is not the correct response. The huge press conference, I would not have done the huge press conference. Instead, what I would have done was, for the optics, you know, if I'm president, let's catch me out there helping people. All right, let's focus on that. Let's bring a few celebrities out, like Oprah and them was out there. Let's bring them out. Let's get the telethon thing going. Let's write some bigger checks. Like that would have been my response, because somebody did the math. I think one of the libertarians did the math and found out that per capita, Ukraine got more money than the people of Maui, which is insane, considering it's not as many people. And not everybody in Maui was affected, but the people affected by Maui. The Maui fires, they got equivalent of I think they said like $700 or something like that. Absolutely terrible response by the White House and their administration. But I guess Joe Biden don't care about Hawaiians.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Let's go to the phone lines. I gotta get out here early today. 202-596-5631. Text Hotep in your name to that number, 202-596-5631. And I'll get you on these phone lines. I'll be back on the other side of this commercial break.
Yeah, I can try to get that handled for you. Again, it's only my second day, so if you can give me a second. How am I supposed to do this? How the hell are we supposed to do this by 5 o'clock?
I have no clue.
Is that possible? Hey, do you have the password to... How'd you finish all your work already?
He's not tapped in. How'd you get that done so quick?
They think they're gonna be able to budget that?
It's money. That's money right there. You understand? You guys finished your work 6 hours early?
He's not tapped in.
Mike, what up, man? Hold on 1 second.
Yes, sir.
Mike, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mike,
Can you hear me?
welcome back to the show. What's up, man?
How you doing? Good, man. How are you, sir?
Life is good. Talk to me, man. What's on your mind?
Man, I am calling to Grift today. I'm very excited. If there's any Hotep Nation people in the Oklahoma City area, October 14th is a Saturday. We're going to have primetime Alex Stein live at Club Rain. Of course, you know, black-owned business here in Oklahoma City, bringing primetime Alex Stein in, supporting the team. So just wanted to grift on that and let everybody know we're working on it. My dream is to have a Hotep Con here eventually, so we'll get there for sure.
Where's that? You said Michigan?
Oh, no, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
Yes, sir.
I couldn't even find that on the map.
Man, it's okay, so go to Texas and then go north. And then if you know Dallas, literally 3 hours north of there, the capital of the state is where we're at.
You're by Kansas?
No, we're way south. We're closer to Dallas. We're about 2.5 hours from Dallas.
Oh, okay. What's above you?
Tulsa and then Kansas, yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Kansas, you're right by Kansas.
Yeah, we prefer to claim Texas. Yeah, we're closer to Texas, but you know.
Okay, some beef happening there.
We, you know, because we're that weird spot. You know what I mean? We touch like 6 states, and you know, just we're in the crossroads of America, man. Little South, little Midwest, you know, all that. So, you know, Oklahoma, where you know Tulsa happened and all that. We've got a pretty deep history. We're one of the last states to become a state, where the Trail of Tears ended. So, yeah. A lot of quality historical lessons for white folk here in my state.
Absolutely. So what do you think about suspending elections and going with a lottery?
Man, you know, Tim Pool has been talking about that as well, saying that, you know, the only way Trump will not win is if they bring back COVID or suspend elections. Now, this is something that I think they tried in Ukraine because, as you know, they just suspended elections in Ukraine. And so because they're at war and because it's a big deal and you actually constitutionally can do that.
Correct.
And so if Putin, you know, conveniently happens to launch a nuke while the same time COVID is coming back, while the same time the economy is crashing, well, that's a perfect recipe, right, to keep that evil old racist bastard in office, and then they'll just slide Gavin or somebody in because he's so old. They'll just take him out, I think. So,
right.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah.
But then I think you got, you know, people like you know, Goldstein, you know, people like Royce White that will be leading the charge. You know what I mean? They'll be like, get your gun and come with us. We marching. And you know, if the government's listening for Fed, I do not approve of that or anything like that. But I think they're going to have a lot more resistance this time. We're not going to allow them to do what they did in the past, in my opinion. But that's going to be interesting to see how it plays out.
What do you think about a lottery, though? You think a lottery, it doesn't have to be American, but any system, you think a lottery would present better leaders than, you know, how it may be done any other way? Or done, you know, the traditional way of, you know.
Well, my concern is who decides what lottery. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
there's still a lot of control.
Look, man, yeah, if I hit you from a liberal side, I can straight up tell you, look, man, you know, black folks have been disenfranchised and are all slavery victims. So we need to allow them to have the complete lottery and decide who runs the country because we have a racist country and a racist system set up that they can never succeed or win in unless they have complete control.
Right.
And then it goes to one group of folks, which may be controlled by the deep state or a higher power kind of thing, and then on and on and on. So that's what concerns me about that. I would say I would love an income class lottery. Like, you know, if your grandfather and your great-grandfather, if all of those people in your generational home have made less than $100,000 a year, then yeah, you get to go into the lottery because you will clearly represent a group of people that is simply not being represented kind of thing. Yeah.
Indeed. Hey, man, appreciate the call today, bro. Good luck with your event in October, man, and keep grifting.
Absolutely. Oh, PT Pod here on Rumble, YouTube. You can check it out. Part-time OKC. Me and my partner, DJ Sexual Chocolate, talk about Hotep Jesus and what he talks about, breaks down things that happen on the Grift Report once a week. We're recording live tonight. PT Pod. It's that simple. Check it out. Love y'all. Peace. Hotep and Bill.
That was fly. That was fly. I love when people grift off of me, man. Ghosting, call in. Ghosting, call in, man. Nah, I love when that happens. I absolutely love when that happens. Don't forget, I see the room filling up. It's only a few spots. We only got, I can't tell you how many spots we got, but y'all better get in here. We got the AirDrop.
Call from Murphy.
Make sure you hit the link in the description box below. It's going to say access to SuperDAPP group. Hit that. It's free. Don't cost you nothing. But at some point, you might not be able to get in. So I would suggest doing that ASAP. Goldstein, what up, man?
What up?
What up? How you feeling, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
That's what's up.
Doing a lot better than fucking Biden. Nigga falling asleep out there in Maui and some more shit. Oh my God. Look, that speech, there wasn't nothing really wrong with that speech that he gave, given the little anecdotal shit that he gave, because that sounded more authentic than anything he's ever put out there. It sounded exactly like your typical sufferer of a degenerative brain disease.
Yeah.
So he was right on point with that. I ain't got nothing to say about that. I do have this to say though. If anybody is getting into COVID compliance, if I see you in compliance with anything COVID, and if I hear about you in compliance with anything COVID, I'm putting you on a terrorist watch list. I'm saying that right now. You going on a terrorist watch list.
Why are they going on a terrorist watch list?
Because the first time came on them, second time came on you. Ain't shit kosher about that shit. There ain't a goddamn thing on the level about a mask, a vaccine, and we all know that now. Now, I was giving out passes last time around because a lot of people were scared and a lot of people were in the dark. But this time around, knowing everything that we know now, knowing everything that's come out, if you comply even in the least, you're going on a terrorist watch list. I can't trust you.
Zero tolerance. So what would qualify as somebody who ended up, on this list? What would they have to do? Would they have to wear a mask or just tell other people to wear a mask? How would that go down?
Any of that shit. Listen, I don't give a damn no more, bro. Fuck all the other shit. Like, well, my job says I have. No, fuck that. Quit playing with these motherfuckers. If your job's saying that, quit. Find a new job. Hustle.
So wait. If your job says, yo, you got to put on a mask, and they put on a mask, their job and them go on a terrorist watch list?
That's right.
Damn.
That's right. I'm not playing no more, bro. No, because see, this is how they was able to even pull this shit off a second time. It's because of all the compliance. But like I said, the first time around, you get a pass. This time around, my job, I don't want to hear nothing about my job. I don't want to hear nothing about my kid's school. If your kid's school saying they got to do it, pull their ass up out of there. It's time. We can't keep playing with these motherfuckers. We can't keep giving them what they want. We can't keep this shit up. It's the only way that shit will regulate itself is if we put a foot down. And I know it's going to hurt, and I know there's going to be sacrifices made, and it's not going to be easy, but nothing worth doing is. Quit playing with these motherfuckers. Quit complying with this dumbass shit. Get your shit together. Otherwise, I'm putting you on the terrorist watch list. You become an enemy.
Insurgent?
Insurgent like a motherfucker. You had your pass. You don't get another. I can't trust you. I can't that you will do what's best for society anymore if you comply even just a little bit with this dumbass shit.
Diesel says I'm pushing back publicly this time.
That's what I'm talking about, Diesel. God damn it. That's what I'm talking about. Listen, I know it's not for everybody to be in your face about this. That is not for everybody, but for those who it is, you need to be. And if you're not an in-your-face type of person, I mean, cool, but don't comply. Please don't comply. The line has to be drawn at some point. Now, listen. This system that they talking about, this what is it, the lottery for elections?
Yeah.
That shit ain't gonna work, bro.
Why not?
There's only been, and this is historically proven, there has only been one method whereby which you can overhaul a corrupt system. And you can always tell how close we are to that method by watching where all of the elites, quote unquote, start shuffling their money and their resources. If you start to see significant shuffling of money and resources, that's because they know we are on the door of that one tried and true method. I'm not going to say what it is, but just look at your history books and that'll tell you. That's the only way you overhaul a corrupt system. Now, if you wanted this fucking lottery system, that would be pretty good to start your nation with and continue forward. But if you're relying on something like that to overhaul an already fallen and broken system, it's not going to work. There's only one way to do that.
So what if you start your nation with this lottery? Would you continue the lottery, or would you continue from there and say, hey, you know, let's start elections from there?
I mean, you could find a way to fuse the two if necessary, because it's not a broken system. That's not a system that's broken. That's not something that wouldn't work on its face. It just wouldn't work to try and fix what's broken. That's my only knock on it. That's
but would you do elections going forward?
I mean, it's tough to say, man. I'm starting to lose my faith in the electoral process because it's too easily corrupted.
Yeah.
And maybe it's time we start looking for some type of fusion. There can't be any instances whereby which people's voices aren't heard or things are just implemented without their consent to some degree. I won't tolerate any shit like that. But just giving everybody a voice, sometimes everybody don't need a voice. Do you think Pinky Doll needs a voice? No. Fuck no. None of them motherfuckers do. But you got to find a way to kind of phase them out that's fair. You know? So, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. Because once your society starts to degenerate, everything else does. The American public is the government. So if everybody's complaining about how the government is screwed up, that's because the public is screwed up. The populace is screwed up because that's the government. That's where it starts. We're either not paying attention and we put a bunch of jackasses in the flow and they end up fucking us, or we're not paying attention and people start to take it by force. Either way it goes, the responsibilities was ours. So if we're looking around and saying, oh, the system is fucked up, that's because we are responsible for it being fucked up. And we're the only ones who can fix it. That's just how that works.
Yep.
We the people.
Good point. Good point. Hey, man, I appreciate you today, man.
All right, man. Hey, shout out to Crying Myron, and I also want to give a shout out to Trayvon Diggs. We praying for you, brother.
Who's Trayvon Diggs?
Look him up. You'll see.
All right, say less. Hotep
All right.
Bill.
Yes, sir.
Tari, go ahead. Call in, man. Call in, Tari. Trayvon Diggs. Who is this? Oh. No. Oh boy. Yeah, okay. We won't be we can't show that. We can talk about it. Gonna have to say pause though. What the hell? Are we serious? What are we doing? I'm glad I'm not a Cowboys fan. Let me see if people are talking about this. Somebody said Trayvon Diggs be going viral for everything except for being a good corner. Oh, man. Look at this. This is how the people are responding to Trayvon. Tari, wholesome white woman. Is that Rudy? Rudy. One of y'all can call in. You got 2 minutes on the line. I got to get out of here. You got 2 minutes on the call. Go ahead and call in. Say what you got to say and get out. Pause. I'm going to go to our next callers. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the like button. 3 p.m.? What's 3 p.m.? Why'd you say 3 p.m., Big Ron? What happened with 3 p.m.? Also, I'm going to put this link in here. Rumble. Hit that link. Join the Telegram. We got the AirDrop coming. Make sure you get in now because I don't want to hear you say, Hotep Jesus, the room is locked. I can't get in. Wholesome white woman, what's up, baby?
Oh, hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I know that we have a short amount of time because you're getting out of here. Your car will be here in 30 minutes, and you have to go look presentable for the Fox News. So Tuesday is News Day on the offensive. RubyRidge.lol. We go live at 5:30 Central.
Hey.
Hey. So I think that since they want to bring the masks back, as Americans, not me because I don't work for quote unquote the man and I don't pay taxes that way, I think that the working people of America should go in and adjust their withholdings, like paydays this Friday for some people, next Friday for other people. So at the end of your next pay period, go and adjust your withholdings, turn them off. You're probably already paid up for this year. Fuck a return next year. Kneecap the IRS by Halloween when they want to put everybody back in masks. And then we can have a proper 250 tea party. I just really think that America needs that to happen. We need a W, and that's how we get it. So turn off your withholdings.
That's interesting.
Buddy, I got a plan.
Also, I was going to say, I think, or I thought you were about to say, I think everybody needs to go in and check their contracts with their employer to make sure that their employer can't fire them for getting something that they don't want to get. That's what I thought you were going to say, but you had a really, 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 really good idea as well.
Yeah, that would be one thing to do as well. During the pandemic, I worked for Wawa, and they did a $300 incentive for people to go get vaccinated. And, like, the amount of people that went ahead and did it, like, they were indifferent to it, but the money, that $300, that's a whole fucking paycheck to a regular-ass person who worked at Wawa. Like, that's one free whole paycheck.
Yeah.
They dangled that in their faces, and then pretty much, like, everybody went and got it, so they hit their government, match or whatever. And then in 15, 20 years down the line, when we come out and say, oh, yeah, no, that thing that we had everybody do kind of messed y'all up, those people got paid. They can't go back and say, oh, well, I didn't, like, you owe me. That's their indemnity was $300, or the $20 gift card that your boss gave you, or the freaking Krispy Kreme that you got. Like, that was their indemnity. You got paid.
Yep.
That was you accepted it.
Yep.
So
true.
I mean, that's why I don't work for the man no more, because fuck him.
I agree. I feel you. So what about suspending elections and going to a lottery system? What do you think about that?
I'm so glad you brought that up, because that's the next order of business on my little piece of paper I had. So I had notes today. As far as the lottery elections, I think it's a little Hunger Gamesy, but I'm with it. But before we do that, we have to repeal the 19th Amendment, so that way What's-Her-Bucket can't vote, because we don't want her doing that. I don't want to do it. I don't want to be held responsible for this shit no more. I quit voting because, like, A, it don't count, and B, if I vote, then I'm held accountable for it. No, thank you. So just repeal the 19th, and then, quite frankly, y'all could do whatever you want after that. But a lottery system would make it slightly more honest, but at that point, we'd have to outsource the lottery, putting together the lottery from, like, we couldn't have a freaking Microsoft computer do it.
Right.
Like, we'd have to have old school ballots, which came from IBM, which came from what's-his-face's granddaddy, so couldn't do that. Like, it's been, the way that we do it now is so tainted and corrupted and human-y and fleshy and ego-y. I think we just need an EMP and sort of start over.
Oh, my God. Hold some white woman on the check-in. Let me let you go before you end up getting my YouTube suspended.
I don't want to radicalize anybody. You guys have a wonderful day. Hotep and Build. I'll catch you on Fox News.
All right, Hotep and Build. I'll be on Gulfville. I'm leaving. Car should be here in about 20-something minutes. I'm going to have to change in like 10 seconds. Or some Superman shit. Rudy and Tari, go ahead. Call in, man. I don't know who Hotep Arizona is. Oh, I think that's... Oh, okay, I know who that is. So yeah, we just got Tari and Rudy. Tari and Rudy, go ahead, call in. So in the link, I put a link to a Telegram group. If you're late and just now getting here, got the AirDrop. If you don't know what an AirDrop is, basically it's free money. It falls out of the sky into your wallet. It's the quickest way to explain it, although it's not the technical way to explain it. But we got the AirDrop for SuperDAPP coming. Tokens falling out the sky.
Call from.
Get in that group. Hit that link. It's going to take you to Telegram. All you got to do is have the Telegram app. Hit that link. It'll dump you right in our group. And you can ask all the questions. All information is there. People are already in the chat talking. But, yeah, so get in there ASAP, because I don't want a situation where you're like, Hotep, everybody got an AirDrop. How can you tell me about the AirDrop? Listen, it's going to be a limited space, so you better get in there ASAP. You're welcome. Tari, what up, man?
What up?
What up,
I got
man?
3 things for you. Technically 2, but one of them has got something to do. I wanted to let you know. So,
what?
I was hearing Cannon talk last night. He was talking about the possibility that they might be trying to use these, these natural disasters and these events to kind of, push another lockdown thing.
Okay.
And then this morning, Crowder got this whole new thing he doing, and he put Alex Jones on his little network.
Okay.
So I've been catching Crowder a little bit more, and I have to give me a little taste of Alex Jones too.
Okay.
Jones has a source that says they are trying to bring back the lockdowns, but they still trying to do it under the guise of COVID. So it looked like they might be doing both at the same time, which is basically what Cannon was heading towards. And he was saying that they trying to do it in these blue areas first. He said they starting to try to do it like, in September. Sometimes later they got times set. Some of these hospitals starting to tell them to put the mask back on and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So they slowly trying to move it back in some of these places. Well, I would say everybody keep an eye out for that shit, because Alex, this source seemed to be on point.
Yeah, I think it's something we want to be mindful of if it comes back. What's our game plan on how we want to push back, how we want to live life, what are compromises we're going to make, where are we going to be in the country? Because I couldn't, imagine staying in New Jersey during the lockdown. I might just pick up and move to another state.
Yeah.
Like Florida.
But then, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then we're also going to be able to see where the governors are at on this stuff. What governor is going to push back, what governor is going to lock down. That we're going to get a second round of that, see who's really bad about it.
Right, exactly.
How'd you like Hotep Con?
Oh, man. I had a great time.
Dope.
Great time. And I don't do shit, so,
right.
Y'all got me out there.
That's what's up, man. I'm glad they had a good time, man. You coming back next year?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Man.
Definitely. It's going to be a regular thing now.
It's going to be a regular thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's like a family reunion, man. You got to go every year.
That's what I was telling my mama. I was like, yo, it's like they family now.
What do you think about the idea of lotteries for the elections?
Lottery. I don't know. It sounded a little too close to ranked choice voting for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not against the ranked choice voting thing, but I at least feel like that one at least kind of, you're getting at least kind of what the people want.
Mm-hmm.
And, sometimes the people don't know what the fuck they want.
Facts.
But yeah, I don't know about that.
Or they don't understand. They don't
like
understand.
anyway.
They don't understand why they want what they want, or they don't understand the detriment of the things that they want.
Right. You basically gonna end up with the same thing because you gonna end up with somebody random basically at the end of the day almost anyway.
Yeah.
But on that point a little bit, that was the last thing I wanted to say. Y'all was talking about the whole Trump not going to the debating thing, and I was pretty much on the same page as y'all when it came to why he wasn't going to debate. But when I caught that show with Crowder and Alex earlier, they had another angle to it that I don't think anybody brought up. The incrimination angle. Because, when you at the debates, they be asking questions. And they think that part of the reason he not going to the debates is because some of them questions is probably going to be designed to set him up to incriminate himself in one of these cases.
Yeah. That's a good point.
I was. I hadn't even thought about it, but I was like, you know what? That might be it right there. His lawyers might be advising him, nah, don't even do it. It ain't even worth it. Just go talk to Tucker. Sit down, talk to Tucker. And you ain't gotta worry about incriminating yourself. You would pretty much know what's gonna be brought up. Tucker probably ain't gonna be trying to get you to incriminate yourself. Probably, right? Unless he opt to. But that's the safer move, and it's a smarter move, like you said. Because, the champ also you ain't got to get in the ring with him. You're going to get in the ring and possibly incriminate yourself for the case. Like, nah, it's a lose-lose all around.
Big facts. Hey, man, appreciate the call. About to get Rudy in here.
Yeah, man, Hotep and Bill.
Rudy, go ahead, man. Rudy's going to be our last caller today. And then I'll be back tomorrow with our regularly scheduled program, 2 p.m. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't hit the like button as well. Let's manipulate the algorithm. People are coming into the AirDrop group, SuperDAPP, AI, Hotep Nation, SuperDAPP. They're coming into the group right now. I see Kev is in there. What up, Kev? There's Rudy.
Call from
Rudy, what's up, man?
There he is. What's up, homeboy? What's going on, dude?
What up? Good to hear you, man. We said a prayer for you yesterday, man. Maybe it worked. Sound like you in a good mood.
Oh man, I'm got some damage to my left leg and left hip, man, but I'm all right, dude. I'm moving around again. The old vet's trying to get on his feet as fast as possible, bro.
Yeah.
But look,
that's good.
I appreciate that, man. Anybody who said a prayer for me, man, I appreciate that, man. Real quick, man, because I know you got to go, man. Point A, man, please tell Kat Tiv I said I love her, man.
All right.
If she's there.
I think she's going to be on tonight.
If she's there, tell her she got a loyal fan out there. 2, a lottery, I mean, it's a bad idea, man. There's only one way to solve it, and that's to declare a national holiday, nothing open but gas stations and grocery stores from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. across the whole entire country. In-person voting with an ID. It's the only way to fix it, dude. No more mail-in shit. The rest of the world does it. Why are we supposedly the leaders of the free world when the rest of the world does it, man? Some of them European countries don't even let their military that's stationed overseas vote by mail, dude. Got to get rid of all the mail-in bullshit. It's got to go. The only way to fix it. And if everything across the country is closed from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and only voting's open, besides gas stations and grocery stores, come on, man. People will engage, man. Ranked choice is what they have in Canada, and you got 5, 6, 7 parties, and you always end up with a guy like Trudeau running the show anyway. Just look at Alaska. Republicans wouldn't get out of their own damn way, and a Democrat stepped into a seat in Alaska last time. So ranked choice is out. There's one way to fix it, but it's the Hegelian dialectic, man. They'll never fix it, man. It's problem, reaction, solution. They're never gonna. It's the easiestly fixed problem, but they'll never fix it. So they'll never fix it because half of them would be gone, man. Half of them would be gone.
Mm-hmm.
Third, when can I get my Hotep Con ticket for next year, man? Because I'm ready, dude.
We're gonna go. Those are gonna go on sale after the Grifties next year.
I'll never miss it again, brother. I'll never miss it again. I can't wait to meet everybody next year, man.
It was amazing.
I can't wait to meet everybody.
You would have had a blast.
I know I would have, man. I know when I saw you yesterday, right? I don't take no pharmaceuticals, man. I don't take no pain pills from the fucking, you know. So I got a little John Blazini yesterday and dozed off.
Okay.
And missed the show. And when I watched the replay, I said, man, this dude had a little bit too much fun this weekend, man. He's a little off today. You looked a little off, dog. You looked a little off, my brother. You looked a little off.
A little.
Man. Like you were struggling to get back, man, after that Vegas trip. Man. I said, I can't wait till next year when I come home.
When I went to go live stream yesterday, I forgot to turn the camera on.
Yeah, that's hilarious, dude. I knew it, dude. I was like, yo, yeah, a little too much fun out there in Vegas, man. But look, man, I love you, man. I love the nation, man. I love the Hotep nation. I love the Hoteps, man. Shout out to all y'all, man. I can't wait to meet everybody next year, man. Hotep and Bill, brother, and tear them up on Fox tonight, man. Tear them up on Fox, brother.
Thank you,
I'm
bro.
out.
Appreciate you.
Yep.
Rudy on the check and Hotep and Bill. Phone lines are closed. Oh my God. Lord have mercy. So yeah, like I said, if you look in the description box below, you want to join the AirDrop and get an AirDrop, some free tokens, be like the first batch of people that get access to SuperDAPP AI. Just got to hit that link in the description box below. It says access. I think it's, what does it say? It says access SuperDAPP AI drop. I mean, SuperDAPP AirDrop group. Access SuperDAPP AirDrop group. Hit that link. Take you in there 2 seconds. Real easy. And get you dropped in there. Tonight I'm on Gutfeld. Make sure you guys go and set your DVRs, your recorders. I got to tell a bunch of people so that they can record it for me so I can have my guy cut it up into clips and disperse those across the internet, etc., etc. So yeah, that's why I'm leaving early today. And then I'll be back tonight, 9 p.m. I'll be with Tommy Sotomayor. He wanted to interview me, want to have a talk. So I'll be talking to Tommy tonight at 9 p.m. That's going to be very interesting. And, you know, he's a very interesting character. And I'll be talking very loosely with him because he talks very, very loosely. But I'll be talking loosely with him. Not exactly sure what we'll be talking about, but I look forward to that chat and having some productive conversation with him. Also, shout out to Lauren. Lauren got me in touch with Roseanne. So maybe I'll be talking to Roseanne soon. That's going to be very interesting. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I'll be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. for the Daily Grift Report at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Can't wait to see you there, Hotep and Bill.
Yeah, I can try to get that handled for you. Again, it's only my second day, so if you can give me a second. How I'm supposed to do this? How the hell are we supposed to do this by 5 o'clock?
I have no clue.
Is that possible? Hey, do you have the password to... How'd you finish all your work already?
He's not tapped in. How'd you get that done so quick?
They think they're gonna be able to budget that?
It's money. That's money right there. You understand? You guys finished your work 6 hours early?
He's not tapped in.